Disabled people do not have sex. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tulufeto Leboho to those who don't know me. And if you're new here, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and join the FetsoFam. Today's video, I'll be doing an assumptions tag on blindness and disability. Not really on blindness, just disability. And because I'm blind, yeah, I will try, and I'm obviously going to center it around blindness and what I've experienced. So I hope you enjoy the video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share, please, guys. Okay, now guys, there are a lot of stereotypes and misconceptions around disability, or people living with disabilities rather, and today I am here to address them and kind of tell you guys about some of my experiences with some of these misconceptions. Oh, I'm having Coke, by the way, because my mom watched one video of mine and she was complaining about how I tell people that I'm a Christian and I drink wine. I don't understand who told my mom that Christians don't drink wine when Jesus himself turned water into wine, child. But anyways, I'm drinking Coke for this video, and yeah, so let's get into the first assumption. So okay guys, I'm using an earphone because obviously I'm reading the assumptions from my phone. Yeah, y'all know the whole shabam, yeah, talk back, etc, etc. So that is why I'm using an earphone. So the first one is, disabled people are entirely dependent human beings. That is a lie. That is a lie, because I myself am very much independent. I do a lot of things myself, if not everything. I do need assistance here and there, but I am not completely dependent. I am actually more independent. What the fuck am I?
You ever had a dream that you had you would
Actually very much independent. I get by myself most of the time. It's only once in a while where I'd ask for help and whatever. So no, that's a lie. We can be independent, and most of us are independent. All blind people have amazing hearing. No, I don't think that is true, because there are people who have a visual and a hearing impairment. So no, not every blind person has amazing hearing. Yes, we've got good hearing. I personally depend on my hearing, and my hearing is obviously sharper, is my sharpest sense, I think, because I depend on it. Because I can't see something, I always have to listen for things. So, but yeah, it doesn't mean that every blind person has a sharp ear. Blind people cannot talk for themselves. Ooh, guys, yes, I'd like to address this. I've experienced this firsthand. Like, I'd be walking with, say, my mom, and we'd go to a store maybe, and I need to inquire about something, and the consultant would literally overlook me and ask my mom, "What's alright? Ufungenzani?" Like, hello, what makes you think I can't talk? Why can't you ask me directly, you know? And even with my mom, actually, even with some of my family members, I've experienced that. I remember when I used to go for my doctor's appointment with my mom, and my doctor would ask me questions, and my mom would answer for me. It used to annoy me, but it's something that I addressed with her. She still does that every now and then, but yeah, sometimes she'd be like, oh, sorry, no, I feel like I'm talking too much. To continue from here. So just because we're blind, it doesn't mean that we can't talk, and doesn't mean that you have the right to overlook us. We are still human beings, and we can still hear you, we can still respond for ourselves. People living with disabilities are socially awkward and want to be left alone, and only want to associate themselves with other disabled people. That is not true, because I'll make an example with me. When I was in matric, I went to a school for the blind, so it was just us. Like, it was just us. And after matric vale, it was a thing how everybody's going to tags, blah 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 blah. And to me it felt like like I don't want to go to an environment where, because if we're all going to tags, we're going to end up creating these little circles, and it's only going to be us blind people. So I wanted a different environment. So no, coming back to that assumptions, no, we don't want to associate ourselves with disabled people only. There's nothing wrong with associating. I have a lot of friends living with disabilities. I've got a lot of blind friends, but it doesn't mean that I only want to associate myself with them. Disabled people cannot be fashionable. Please look at me. I know I get a lot of help, like picking out my clothes and whatever. Maybe my cousins would help me, my friends, my sighted friends would help me here and there. But I know what works for me, how to dress my body. So there's no way how we're not fashionable. Disabled people do not have sex, have no sex life whatsoever, and do not have a sex appeal.
Stop it. Get some help.
I don't know how to roll my eyes. How do they do it? But like, what? And I used to get this a lot. I think I'll do a separate video on this where we talk sex and disability, because I really feel like there are a lot of things that we need to iron out in terms of sex and disability. But I used to get this when I was pregnant. When I'd go for my monthly checkup, I remember one lady was like, "You're pregnant. How did you do it?" Roll my eyes. I don't know how you do it. But like, huh? What do you mean? How did I do it? Like, you did it. I don't need my eyes to do it. Y'all switch off the light most of the time. So I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why people would think that blind people do not have sex. I hope my mom doesn't want. Okay, no. Even if she does, I have a child, honey. So she knows what it is. People living with disabilities are aggressive, moody, sensitive, and not friendly. Guys, I feel like every normal person goes through that. I'm generally not an aggressive person. I'm a very sensitive person, but that has nothing to do with my disability. Maybe why I would come off as not friendly sometimes is because maybe I'd pass you and I wouldn't greet you, but that's genuinely because I didn't see you. But honestly, normal people have moods, are sensitive, sometimes do get aggressive. So that is very unfair to box people living with disabilities in that box. By aggressive, but sensitive, no. everybody goes through that. Every woman PMSs, like, come on. So yeah, the next one is life has less meaning. I've heard this a lot. At least you're up and about. At least we has tanda. What. Like, I am still a normal human being. And yes, living with a disability is crappy. It doesn't mean that my disability doesn't get me down sometimes, but it doesn't mean that life has to have less of a meaning. I'll still drink, I'll still go party, bona, go groove. I can't dance to save my life, but I'll always be the first one to get up, get jive. So yeah, like, to all my disabled honeys out there, no, life shouldn't have less meaning. You should actually live your life, embrace your disability, embrace the challenges that come with it, and live your life to the fullest. Okay, the last one. People who are registered blind or classified as blind do not have vision at all. So sometimes when I'd get assistance, like maybe at a mall or something like that, and I would lift up my foot to, climb a step or something, and maybe somebody would be like, "Mas when we are born," I'm like, yeah, I'm not completely blind. I do have a little bit of vision. So yeah, just because somebody is classified as blind, it doesn't mean that they do not have vision at all. Some people can just see the difference between light and dark, and some people can just see things at a very, very close range. Some people can just see outlines. So yeah, just because you are classified blind, it doesn't mean that you have no vision at all.
Because also with that, I know with people, my friends for instance, if I explain to them, oh no, you're blind, they don't really understand, because they're like, no, but she can do this, she can go with taxi on her own, how is she blind? Like, people really don't understand how much you can see. Like, it's always confuses people. Are you sure she's blind? Or maybe, because of how self-independent you are and how you can do things on yourself, it confuses people to how much can you see. Explain the outlines that you say you can see. Since you said, what can you see? How can you see? How far can you see?
Okay, so I don't think I can see very far. I can see outlines. I'd be able to tell that there's a person in front of me, but I wouldn't be able to identify them. I can see that there is an object in front of me. Sometimes, if I'm lucky, I will be able to tell, oh, there's a chair in front of me. I will be able to identify the object, but I can see there's something in front of me, and yeah, maybe as I walk closer, I'm about to bump into something. So I don't know if that makes sense. So yeah, you can basically see outlines, but not details. Of things.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and that was my last assumption. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are living with a disability or visually impaired, please comment down below with some of the misconceptions and some of your experiences. And yeah, let's have a chat. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Bye.